You're a little too dirty all the time.
Dirty time.
I think people might turn it off when you start talking like that because they think they're listening to the wrong type of episode and they get scared.
Episode 20.
What do you guys think?
Dirty talk.
Could that be a thing? They think they're on some weird fucking Croatian porn audiobook thing?
Here we go.
Welcome to episode 20. Episode 20. Wow. 20 weeks we've been doing this, boys. It's been fun. It's been good. It's been a lot of drinks and a lot of different beers. Episode 20 is very special to me. There's a couple of reasons why. First of all, the Montreal Canadiens are in the finals. Yes, we will look at that. We will talk about that. We got Euro to go over. Croatia made it through like my prediction with Montreal, my prediction with Croatia. I'm going to have a couple other predictions about Portugal today. We're going to talk about that. We got lots to get into. We're going to have the major week. We're going to talk the Tampa Bay Islanders series, which I think is going to be, well, obviously it's going to end tomorrow. It's game 7. But I think I know who's going to win that one. But before we get into that, back to the travel around BC, we got the Tail Out Brewing out of Castlegar, and it's called the Hook, Line, and Lager. I'm going to crack that open right now. See what we got here. Let's see. Mr. Mike, what's your thought on that taste?
Definitely a good Thai beer. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, man. I feel like on your trip around BC, did you do any work or you just like do like a brewery tour?
The brewery tour only took like, I don't know, the evening.
Nice. So again, thank you for this beer and all the other ones you got us. But yeah, this is a delicious beer. What a hot day it was today. And finishing off the day with one of these is a good time.
Ty, you like it? I know you're a lager guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm glad we're back on the lagers. We got a little off course there with the fruity beers and all those ones that Dan really enjoyed, the coffee stouts and stuff like that. But no, it's really good. It's a little hoppier than the average lager, I noticed. What do you guys think?
I don't know what type of beer guy I am. Definitely not a lager. I did like the previous ones, but this one, Govik, it's very smooth. It feels to me like it has a hint of the coffee taste. But no, I like it. You've been hitting them out of the park, buddy. I think you may have got me hooked on some local beers here.
This is a stronger beer for a lager. It's 5.8% alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
It even says strong beer on the can.
I was just gonna say you're very observant there.
Thank you, Tyler.
Did you read? Why don't you read the little
I'm reading the
description
back.
it has
It's
there?
in Castlegar. When did you go? You went to Castlegar?
I went to Castlegar, buddy. Castlegar's a beautiful place.
It is the Kootenays.
Yeah, the
Love that
Kootenays are
place.
beauty.
Awesome.
Yeah, what does it say, Mike? What do we got here? What's the story behind this beer?
You want me to read this whole thing to you guys, man? Come on.
We always read the can. Come on, man.
It says hook, line, and lager. You've heard it before. Someone tells you a story that you instantly believe with no reservations. Well, this beer is like that. It's delicious. But don't just take our word for it. Jump in, hook, line, and lager.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
See that on the can? That's gonna be us later on today in the Fraser. Look at that. Oh yeah. Be jumping off the boardwalk, Ty.
Yeah, no kidding. We'll see how many of these we have before that happens.
Yeah. The second one I can't wait for you guys to try as well. Dan, you'll be a huge fan of the second beer of the evening.
I read the label of it before the thing and I was like, oh man.
Oh, this is a Dan beer.
Is it back to fruity flavor, citrusy flavor?
No, don't worry. We'll see.
Oh boy.
It's a surprise. Unless Dan might have already drank it. Who knows?
Yeah, he did that with
beer in his fridge now that he's been on the show for so long. He's like, I gotta practice.
Yeah. So for everyone that doesn't know the story, I went around BC. I stopped at all these breweries. I grabbed beer at every brewery, and we kind of do one brewery per show. A couple of shows ago, we're sitting there, and we're about to start, and Dan, he's drinking a beer. I'm like, "What are you doing, man?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know. I found this beer in the fridge, and it was one of the beers that we were supposed to drink on the show." And
So wasn't it like the night before we were talking about what we were going to talk about on the show,
Yeah.
and he's just
Yeah,
like
that's right.
sipping on
Exactly.
his beers?
Yeah. it's our pre-show meeting, and this guy's polishing off one of the beers that we're supposed to drink on the show.
That's when you're supposed to drink your gin with no ice and like warm it up in the microwave or whatever the hell you do with over there.
It's this weather, man. You know, it's like I get it. I'm starting to get why beer is such a go-to. And you know, honestly, like I said, you've been knocking them out of the park. You got my vote.
So Dan, are you actually drinking beer other than when we're recording?
As you saw, this is not part of any of the ones.
Well, usually when you have
What's that, a
beers, it's
Yellow
from
Dog?
when I come over and I leave
These
them
are
there.
from a brewery too.
Yeah.
Yellow Dog.
Yellow Dog Squirrel Chaser.
Oh, my man. Squirrel chaser.
Yeah.
Right up
That
your
sounds-
alley.
Sounds like you.
Just out here trying to get a nut.
So Govik, what the hell is going on in the background there of your room? I thought it was your
His
kitchen,
wife is,
like you're setting up the
his
dinner
wife's
table or
washing the
something.
tablecloth.
No, man.
Yeah, I thought he might be setting up
know,
up for dinner in there or something.
the
Setting
jokes,
the table.
like so original, so original.
How's Croatia doing in Euro there, Govik?
Boom. I think Modric scored the goal of the tournament so far.
I
There have been some nice goals, but pulling
What
that
about
goal
Buddy
off-
from mid court there or whatever it's called?
Oh, the Czech
That was the goal of the tournament.
that was a lucky goal. This goal that Modric scored, did you hear the announcers? They were like creaming themselves as they were talking. Oh, what class. Oh, it was really nice to see. He hit it with the outside of his foot, outside of the boot, and it was a rocket. It was crazy. It was a beautiful goal. Tons of class there. Very classy goal.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if you incorporate that into our next intro. The
Oh,
commentators who talked about that goal.
You got my attention, Ty. Yeah. Well, we have the Italian freaking national anthem. I may as well put another Croatian piece in there. So
So,
For
but
sure.
you had to being a diehard Croatian fan. You must have been like your sphincter must have been pretty tight there the last game because they were on the brink of elimination. They needed to win, and they needed to win by that much. They had to score 3 goals, right?
yeah, well, no, they would have got the wild card if they had won, but they needed to score 3 goals to be able to come in second in the group, which was exactly what they did. And yes, my sphincter was very tight. And then as soon as they scored, as soon as Modric scored that goal, I was over the Warren moon, buddy. Over the Warren moon, like totally over the Warren moon.
Then your sphincter relaxed.
Yeah, that was a fun game.
Yeah, it was. And it's funny though, Croatia dominated the whole game, and then Scotland got kind of a last minute first half lucky goal, but it was a nice goal. It was a nice goal. But then Croatia came out, they dominated. I mean, the third goal too was nothing to shake your head at. That thing was that header that he scored. It hit the post and in. It was a beautiful goal. So gotta say, very proud of the boys. They came through when they needed to, and their superstars came through when they needed to. Big clutch moments. I thought they were kind of missing that with Mandzukic, like in our intro, Mike. Mandzukic, he's retired now from international play, and I thought he was probably Croatia's most clutch player, and I thought we were gonna have issues with that, but looks like the boys came through. I can't wait to see they play Spain. Oh yeah, and Spain's not looking very good. So
That's a tough matchup, don't you think?
it's a little bit of a tough matchup, but Spain isn't what they once were. I think the last game that they played was a little bit of a lucky. It was 5-1. I think it shouldn't have been a 5-1 game. It should have been a 2-1 victory. There was a couple of own goals there. Ty, what do you think?
Yeah, that is a good confidence booster for them, though. they're going to come into that Croatia game feeling pretty good about themselves. Regardless of how the goals were scored, there's still 5 on the board. They got some momentum after that really bad start in the tournament. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I mean, definitely it was needed. Govic's going to love this, but I think Spain is, one of those teams on the downward spiral. I don't see them, as long as Croatia comes out to play, and Govic, I know you're very excited now, but you were definitely singing a different tune with those previous games. So
remember on the last game, I don't know who the hell they were playing, but they scored first. Oh, I wish I was with you, Chris. I wish I was.
And that was supposed to be the easiest game of the group.
Was it Patrick Schick that scored?
Yeah, Schick scored. Schick. It was
sorry, sir.
He was in a Schick, but he got an elbow in the face. He got a bloody nose from
yeah. And you see his goal celebration? Nate Diaz. He was doing the Nate Diaz. That was the highlight of my tournament so far. It was Schick's goal right there against Croatia, celebrating with a Nate Diaz pose.
He's also the guy that scored from half court, like you were talking about earlier.
I know, man. He's the player of the tournament. He's not even going to go through, and he's going to win that award.
I don't think so. But okay, let's go over the matchups. Well, he shouldn't.
Well, before we get into that, I was going to say it's pretty cool that all of our picks got through.
Of course they did. This is the West Coast Sports Junkies, man. We're not betting UFC here like you guys. We're talking real sport.
Some of us were group winners, like Mike and I.
Yeah.
England and Italy.
Yet. I don't even think I've been scored on yet.
I'm not going to lie, England's been disappointing. They're lucky to win that group.
Disappointing is not even close to what I would call it, but okay.
Let's hear the round of 16, Govic.
Okay, round of 16.
Matchups.
Here we go. First matchup we're going to go from left to right. Belgium, Portugal. This one is a 50-50 for me. I don't see this being an easy win for Belgium. One, you have Ronaldo on the other side, like we saw last game. He just broke the record for most international goal. Actually, I think he tied the record for most international goals by a player, period. Number one, another knock against Messi.
Okay, they were 2 penalties, by the way. They weren't like they were world-class goals. Mike could score a penalty on the size of that net.
A goal's a goal. There's tremendous pressure for scoring a penalty shot when the game is on the line, like how it was.
Agreed. I'm just saying it's just not a world-class goal. Like, he's expected to score that.
It's no Modric.
One of the best players in the world, he's expected to score. That's all I mean.
But all I'm saying is he has 109 or 110 international goals. That is the record. He's still got fire in his belly. He's gonna break that record. So you got Portugal, you got Belgium. Belgium's Belgium. They're playing really well. Great team. Spanish coach, very well coached. They got Thierry Henry there as a secondary coach. I mean, this is a team built to win. We shall see. That's going to be I can't make a pick. That's a 50-50 for me.
Can I ask a question? Why would Henry be a coach of the Belgium team?
Because they speak French there, and he's felt at home. Just like how he coached in Montreal, because they spoke French, and he felt at home. So.
Oh, okay. But okay, his national teams. I thought you play or you coach and you play for your.
Go wherever you're gonna get hired.
Anyways, did you guys going just before you move on from this matchup? Did you guys see the Ronaldo with the Coca-Cola thing at the press conference?
$4 billion dip Coca-Cola.
That's insane. That dude can move markets, eh? Wow. He's got some pretty good negotiating power when it comes to his product lines now that he represents. That's pretty crazy.
All right, isn't that not nuts?
All he did is take the pop and take it off screen and be like, "I don't drink this" or something like that, and that was it.
Yeah, and he said he drinks.
See that?
And he said he drinks water.
You didn't see that, Dan?
Water is the key.
What,
dude?
That was
he
like
took
the
the
biggest
Coca-Cola
story.
bottles off the thing. You know, it's on their press conference.
Yeah.
He's like, "I don't drink this" or whatever.
He's like,
Coke stock dropped or lost $4 billion of the market share.
Wow.
That day because of that.
He was like, he came in, Dan. The bottles were sitting in front of him, and he's like, he moves them over like far away as far as he could. He's
like almost disgusted. Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's like, it's like Coca-Cola. He's like, I drink aqua, and he puts his bottle up like this.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that guy's shredded, man. He has been forever. No wonder why.
Very good. Next matchup, we have Italy and Austria. Mike, your Italians. I have never seen Italy score goals like this before. This is a team to be. They're gonna pound Austria, I think.
I agree.
I don't see Austria winning this. Not even 10%. This is gonna be an Italian win. Italians going straight to the second round. They're going to pound whoever it is in the second round too. If it's Portugal or Belgium, we'll save that for next week, but they are on fire. Okay. Next, another big team, France and Sweden. Or sorry, France and the Swiss. Sorry, my mistake there. I didn't see that red cross. France
is going to pound the Swiss.
I don't know how you go against France. I mean, yeah, I think they had a tie in the opening round. I don't know. The French, I think what's going to happen here is they're going to win and they're going to move on to the second round. They then take on the winner of Croatia-Spain, which I'm going to say is going to be the Croatian team. I say Croatia advances past the first round. Second round, they're going to meet France. It's going to be a World Cup 2018 rematch. And I don't think the French are going to fare so well like they did in that final. So that's just my prediction. I'm going to leave it at that. We're going to move on to the other side.
Yeah, let's stick to this round for now. Getting ahead of ourselves here.
Right. On the other side, we've got Sweden and the Ukraine. Sweden is undefeated. The Ukraine got in. I don't know how. I believe that Sweden will take this one easily. Then we got another great matchup. Ty, you're going to get technically beat the fuck out of in this one. It's Germany against England, the two Germanic states. I believe England does not stand a chance against the German powerhouse. Germany has too many tools. Germany has too many tools. England are a bunch of tools. So we have that matchup. I don't think that England can stop the firepower of Germany. Germany is upset. They don't like how they finished off. You got Mueller, you got Kroos, Neuer. I mean, the list goes on. They're a world-class team. I don't think England can handle that type of competition. They had an easy first round. Croatia played.
Yeah, they had to play Croatia, so it was fairly easy.
Croatia played like shit.
I think that it depends on what German team shows up. If it's the German team that played Portugal that day, then they won like 4-2, right? They looked like champions in that game.
Or the one that just played Hungary.
Then they played Hungary and they tie, or they almost lost. Like they were
barely tied.
Going to lose for sure. Yeah. So it all depends on what team shows up there for Germany. If the team that played Hungary shows up, they're losing to England.
If England doesn't find their scoring touch, because that's been their big issue early on, they're going to be in trouble.
England scored 2 goals, one against Croatia and one against
Sterling had them both, right?
And Sterling had them both.
That's what I mean. If they don't find their touch,
Harry Kane,
they're
best,
in trouble.
The best natural scorer in the world, can't put a ball in if his life depended on it. You know what? I'm giving this one to Germany. I'm giving Germany the edge. Harry Kane's not going to do fuck all. Their coach, he's going to be fired after this game. This is what's happening. Okay, next matchup. Netherlands, Mr. Shapercotter, the team, the Orange Army. They're going against your buddy Schick in the Czechs, Mr. Mike.
Easy Dutch win.
I
think an easy Dutch win.
Dutch are going to take it, but I think Schick's going to have a game. I think he's a star, that dude.
He's gonna score from the end zone, right, Mike?
He might, man.
He scored from half court last game.
I think is he the leading scorer of the tournament? He's up there.
I think Ronaldo is.
No, what's the Belgium striker? I think he's up there.
Oh, Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah. Anyways, Schick scoring from center, puts him in from wherever he feels like it.
I think the Dutch crunch is going to come and nail Schick down. So that's what I think is going to happen here. Czechs, it was a great run, but adios, buddies. All right. And then the final matchup. Wales, Gareth Bale, the horse, against Denmark, Mr. Schmeichel, the goalie. I don't think Wales has a chance in this game. I just have a feeling that Denmark's just going to be on fire. They're playing.
I'm pulling for Denmark.
Yeah,
Exactly.
They're playing for Ericsson.
I'm pulling for Wales. Oh, you mean because of the guy that
Ericsson.
Yeah.
Cardiac arrest.
Fine. Oh, you guys.
I mean, the guy almost died on the field.
Yeah,
man.
that's true.
So I'm.
By the way, did you hear he had to get like a defibrillator implanted in his heart or something like that?
So he got a pacemaker installed, and what I found out, I had a guy actually have a heart attack at work, and that CPR thing. It was all in front of me, right in front of my face. Didn't like it. He got a pacemaker installed that had a built-in defibrillator. So that's kind of what they're putting into him. Now, I don't know what his condition is. Nobody really knows all the details, but it'll come out soon.
So it must be like his heart stops or something. Right?
His heart
so the
definitely,
defibrillator will pop
Or in
out.
case if it does, I'm sure they ran a whole bunch of tests and everything trying
I
to
don't know.
figure out exactly what. But
he could have an irregular heartbeat or something like a low platelets or blood pressure or whatever. It's not common now with technology. That's pretty sweet actually to think about it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Imagine having an app on your iPhone and you shock yourself. That'd be pretty.
I don't think you're in the state to do that, but yeah.
No. But I mean, imagine Ronaldo should have an iPhone, I think, and just say defibrillator is iPhone. Boom, Apple shares skyrocket.
Yeah, he would kill the market exactly. He would make
Dan, get him. Speaking of that, the market and him, get him to tweet about the West Coast Sports Junkies.
Yeah, right.
Coca-Cola, no. West Coast Sports Junkie.
He doesn't.
Yes.
I don't think he supports beer either, guys.
No, he doesn't drink alcohol. He's kind of like, well, Tom Brady was shit-faced at the Super Bowl party, but during the season, he
was drinking avocado tequila.
Yeah. He only does cocaine, I think. So. Anyways.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, it's Ronaldo. So that's the Euro update. It's going to be a great couple of days here. I can't wait. I'm very excited. I'm excited to watch Italy for the first time in my life. I think they're going to do well. Can't wait for this weekend to start rolling. I'm taking Monday off. I plan on being belligerent by the end of the game, and then I'm going to probably have a nap.
Govik.
Yeah.
I'm on vacation starting Sunday. Let's watch it Monday.
Ooh, would you like to come to my brother-in-law's house on Monday?
I would.
Okay, come.
Awesome.
You're invited. That's what we're going to do. Mike, Dad, if you guys want to take the day off on Monday, feel free. Come. We can have a good look. I got jerseys for you guys to wear. I got lots of different ones. Whatever you want. Ty, I got one for you, extra small. It'll be here.
I count Monday, dude. But I will be watching. I put it on in my office. I've been watching the whole tournament, and there's a couple. Quick things you talked about there and Italy for sure. I'm supporting them, and you said that they're scoring goals, and they're always notorious for coming out being super slow starters, and like basically just getting through with draws and stuff like that. So it's exciting to see that.
They used to be the most defensive team.
Very defensive, yeah.
Boring shit. Actually, here I'm going to tell you guys a funny story. There's this Croatian commercial, and it's all in Croatian, right? And it's like there's a narrator, and it's a beer commercial, and hey, perfect for the show, right? It's a beer commercial, and they're narrating, and it's like it's the Croatian players, and it's like, when we play technical, they call us Germans, right? When we score wicked goals, they call us Spaniards, right? And then it's like, when we play solid defense and don't let any goals in, they call us Italians, which made me laugh. And then at the end, it's like, but when our fans get into it, nobody can mistake us. They call us Croatians. And you can. It's true. You cannot mistake a Croatian fan if your life depended on it. Who the fuck is that guy with the checkers all over him? That's a Croatian guy. Obviously. It's world renowned. Everybody knows. As soon as they see this jersey, that one there, as soon as they see that red and white checkers, that's the Croatian team. Everybody knows that. So kudos to them.
That's true. And they should stick with that because, like I said, last year in the World Cup, or not last year, whenever it was, the World Cup, they were wearing the blue. They look like Italy or France or, one of the generic teams up there. They need to stick to that tablecloth because that's how
their signature. 100%. I agree with you, Mike.
No, Mike, I'll show you. See that jersey right there? It's black and gray. Checkers.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. That's not a Croatian jersey to me. That one hanging on your door over there, that's a Croatian jersey.
Oh, buddy, that's the original authentic Lotto 1996 jersey right there.
Yeah, that's
That
what they
is
should
sick.
be wearing. The
That's the
jerseys they were
Sucker
wearing in the
jersey.
last game is what they need to be wearing.
The Sucker jersey's 98 over there. See that?
Oh yeah, I see it. Number 9.
1998.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got them all. Every era I have a jersey. So
You have a Mandzukic?
I do. I have Mandzukic. I don't have a Croatian Mandzukic jersey. All my Croatian jerseys don't have names on them other than that one. And I have a Modric one, but I have 3 Mandzukic Bayern Munich jerseys. 3 of them. So yeah. And I really wanted to get a Mandzukic Juventus jersey, but I couldn't. I think my skin would sizzle if I put Italian jersey on. So I thought, better not. So.
Sweet. Well, you know what we're going to do, Chris? I'm going to monitor your picks here, and we can review in the next episode, okay?
I hope you wrote them down, buddy boy.
I didn't write them down, but I'll just go back and listen.
Back to a little bit of soccer here. You were talking about that year when the Italians had the blue Kappa jersey, the powder blue. Beautiful jersey. That was also the year that they went to diving school. They were like, remember when they had the diving school? This is how you dive. This is how you go down. I think the only person was Gattuso. He was like, what the fuck is this, man? We don't need to do this shit.
Yeah. I think that was the France-Italy final, wasn't it?
Where is it? No.
Or is it Dan headbutt?
No, that wasn't that year.
Oh.
No.
I will say
couple
this
years
too, though. The this Euro Cup, I haven't noticed much of the diving, and I've watched pretty much every game. But I remember you talking about 2002. After that, I played soccer, like at the beer leagues or whatever in Burnaby Lake, and this one guy stepped on my toe, man, and I almost cried. Like it hurt so much. Didn't look like much, but yeah, I get it now. Jesus Christ, that hurts, man.
Oh yeah, and you know what? What justifies it for me now is the slow-mo. The slow-mo and the actual.
Yeah, okay. Oh, you stepped on a toe there. I get that one.
Yeah. It's like, yep, that hurts. So, but okay, let's start this next segment off with a shot, which I got poured here. Ty, you wanted to do a for fun shot. So, actually, you know what? Why don't we do a shot to the Montreal Canadiens for their beautiful win tonight, going to the final. Who fucking cares if it's
I'll do it for Alex Burrows with another shot at the Stanley Cup.
Yes, I'll do it for Alex Burrows as well. Canadian content in the final. The cup may be coming home. The last team that did bring it home was the Canadiens. Maybe this is the year again. They look on fire. The Carey Price, good BC boy, Anaheim Lake, born in Vancouver, but then moved to Anaheim Lake. Great performance. Gallagher, another Vancouver boy. Shea Weber, Kelowna boy. Like, this is BC, man. This is BC in a Montreal uniform. Let's have a shot. Cheers to them. Let's do this.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow.
That was good.
This European handball jersey is so tight. Oh, man. Whew. Anyways, back to the NHL. So, Montreal made it. They did it. Another disappointing year for the Tyler Golden Knights. They are Ty's a big fan. They're starting to look like the San Jose Sharks. Good team, just can never make it over the hump. What?
And you know what happened, right?
The
head coach.
Coach, yeah.
Exactly.
Same coach. Yeah.
So can somebody explain to me what the fuck they were thinking going with Leonard? Why wouldn't they stick with Fleury? What's going on?
I don't understand it, man. That one gaffe obviously was a deciding factor in starting Leonard in game 4, which didn't backfire. They got that win. He played well. But I mean, stick with your horse. Even after that gaffe by Fleury, he got you there. He's a Vezina finalist this year. It's been unreal. Way more consistent in my mind than Leonard. I've never liked Leonard. I don't understand why they gave him that big contract when they did when they had Fleury there.
The
That's like
team is
putting-
in Las Vegas. Okay. Obviously, the head coach of the Vegas Golden Knights placed a massive wager on Montreal to win the fucking series. He has to do everything he can to make sure he secures his bet.
Man, oh man,
That's not a bad theory.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it. That's like putting Eddie Lack in the Winter Classic and not playing Luongo.
What's great? Yeah, I totally agree with that. But in terms of the series, obviously Carey Price was the best goalie in it. We talked about that when you made your prediction of this run they would be on, and we kind of broke down Montreal playing Vegas or Colorado. I said they had them in every category except goaltending, either team, right? Carey Price is the better goaltender, more consistent and all that. But the series, man, DeBoer just got outcoached. And Montreal even lost their coach to COVID.
Well, they had Burrows. They had Burrows on the sidelines, right? So, I mean, that's that goes a long way. Alex is a great guy. He apparently so. Looking at or listening to all the interviews with the former Canucks, like they're saying, and Canucks that have played with Burrows, they said that he thinks the game better than anyone. That's why he was so successful at the Sedins. And he's a thinker of the game, and he's got that. And Dominic, what's his name? Dominic, the head coach right now that has COVID. Duchesne or whatever,
Duchard, yeah.
He must be doing cartwheels right now in his hotel.
In quarantine, eh?
Oh man. Tell me about it. I'd be there. The GM was wearing a red suit. He's got his long gray hair.
I do like his suits. His style reminds me a little bit about Dan here.
Yeah. Dan and Nick Graziadei. Shout out to Nick.
But yeah, you look at this series. So Vegas played really well in game one. They dominated. Montreal made some adjustments, and it seems like since game two, just their style, they shut down Vegas's top line. They played a really solid defensive game, pounced on their opportunities, which we saw. Like Vegas was frustrated. They made a ton of mistakes, lots of turnovers, and Carey Price was the difference. Absolutely. It was super impressive.
He was so the difference. It is impressive. Kudos to them. I did mention the Burrows Sedins, buddy. The Sedins are part of the management group of the Vancouver Canucks.
It was finally announced. We've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah, it took long enough to be special advisors to the GM.
Yeah, they're going to tell the GM what to do now. Thank God.
You know what I think their first suggestion should be? What? For Jim to step down.
Hey, do you think that everyone in Montreal's hashtagging thank you, Jim?
That's another reason I'm happy Montreal got through. We can Canuck Twitter and Canucks fans can continue to troll Benning for another round of the playoffs.
Here's
Tyler Toffoli.
Yeah, here's Toffoli. Take him.
He had a good series. Well, yeah, like you guys said, it was all Price pretty much. Like even tonight, he had 40 shots on goal or 39 shots on goal, and he was the deciding factor for sure in that series. You guys have been watching much of the other series going on?
Oh man, that 8-0.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That 8-0 pounding. I you know what I said? Ooh, either this is going to go one of two ways. That's going to be a galvanizing moment for the Islanders, or they're just going to come out in the next game and just dive. And
what do you think of the Barzell hit?
Suspend his ass.
No.
Oh my God.
They did not suspend him. They gave him a $5,000 fine.
They did. Oh, whoop-de-doo. That's like $1 to him. But you know what I will say is the officiating in particularly the Tampa game. You see Kucherov?
Yep.
There has been some questionable non-calls. Granted, they've been, letting a lot go on both sides, but there's been some things that it's like, hello, like straight up puck's not even there, cross-check to the head.
It's a playoffs, man. Playoff hockey.
Okay. Playoff hockey, Dan. Put your mic a little bit
closer. Only the strong survive. Now, let me ask you something. Would you feel this way if you had a pool bet on the Islanders as well? Huh? Sounds like a little bit of a homer complaint here as you're wanting Tampa to win the Stanley Cup.
Ty, you know how I'm really just itching and scratching to have this my first time winning a hockey pool. And I do have Tampa, so maybe I'm a little bit
And I hate to break it to you, you sealed your fate when you were celebrating having that little shot party with yourself and pretending to be me when you were celebrating your first Stanley Cup win. That could have been the turning point. Wasn't it 2-0 Tampa at that point in that game?
It was.
We're going to have to rewind it back.
And then I came home and I started watching the game. So that's where shit went sideways. So, but you know what? It's going to be tough. It's not going to be an easy game. I don't know. Is Kucherov even playing? He's hurt.
They haven't said yet. They keep it. They keep injuries tight to the chest until pretty much game time.
I'm gonna call this series. This series is going to the Islanders. This is gonna be an Islander Montreal final. That's what's happening. Fuck Tampa. Fuck Kucherov. Fuck you, Dad. It's all out the window.
I feel a 4 shot bet happening between Govic
I
and
hope
Dan
you're
here.
right. That's what I want to see too. Barzell.
I want to see BC boy, Coquitlam boy Barzell against East Van boy Gallagher and
Vancouver Golf Club member Barzell. Give him
there
a
you
shout
go.
out.
Vancouver Golf Club member.
If Tampa wins, they're gonna roll the Canadians in 5. If the Islanders win, it's anybody's series, in my opinion.
Ty, we're gonna go back to that comment that you just made because if Tampa wins, I don't think anybody's rolling the Canadians in 5. We have seen greatness, and I don't think anyone's gonna roll the Canadians in 5. I think it's gonna be a Game 7, overtime. Boom! Bring your army. Boom! That's what's gonna happen. There's no fucking around. Game 7 overtime, 1 goal takes the cake, and it's not gonna be Price that lets that goal in. It's going to be whoever he's against. Drink to that.
All right. What was that stat that you were telling me about the other night about 1993? And it was the last time that Montreal was in the Stanley Cup final and the Phoenix Suns were in the NBA
finals. Yep. And yeah, since 93, that's the last time the Canadians were in the finals. And the Suns right now are currently in the Western final on a run. They lost tonight, but they're up 2-1 on the Clippers.
And why were the Canadiens in the final? Who was their backbone? Why did they make that?
Patrick Waugh.
And who's the Canadiens' backbone right now?
The referees. Just kidding. Carey Price.
Similarities, things just repeat themselves all over the time. I
was gonna say Jim. Jim's their backbone. He gave them Alex Burrows. He gave them.
Okay, you know what? While we're talking about Jim, let's just get one. Let's have one more conversation here about the NHL draft that we were both at, Mike. Yeah. So the Canucks drafted Podkolzin. Mm-hmm. About 5 picks later, the Canadians drafted Caulfield.
Oh, here we go.
Caulfield.
Here we go.
Is this going to turn into another thank you, Jim moment down the road?
No, maybe. I think Podkolzin just needs a little bit of time. Caulfield, they had no one else to put in. That's why they put him in. And you know what? It's sink or swim, son. And he's swimming
for sure. I'm just throwing it out there because that's already being talked about, and I feel that's unfair to Podkolzin because
totally unfair.
He wasn't expected to be in the lineup. Everyone knew he was going back to Russia for a few years, which he did, and he should be in our lineup next year, and we can start to see what he can hopefully do for us.
Very true.
Absolutely. And yeah, you're talking some similarities. First of all, the Barzell hit, I think if it was anyone else, they would have gone to suspension. The fact that it was a Barzell, he's like a staple player in that whole series. He did not get a suspension. He got the maximum fine of $5,000, which is low.
And you can say on that he wasn't targeting the head, he was just throwing his stick up like you do 20 times a game in those little scrums, right?
That's true. Then,
I don't know.
And then the next game he was definitely a forceful player out there. I think he had 2 or 3 points. Looks phenomenal. I mean, I just love watching that guy skate. He reminds me of like Teemu Selanne. They say that Teemu Selanne, he was never in the All-Star games, he was never the fastest skater, but if you throw a puck in front of him, he's the fastest skater in the league by far. And I feel the same with Barzell. You throw a puck in front of that guy and he's gone.
I also
that's a good comparison.
I don't know, that hit it seemed like it was a little bit of an embellishment when Rudu or whatever the fuck his name is fell down. I think he was trying to draw the penalty shot in soccer there.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying there.
Been watching too much Euro. So here's a question, you guys. You know what? Not to take away anything from Montreal, and you know what? It is, they're not in a bubble, but would they be advancing as far as they are if they were playing in the Eastern Conference and not playing Western teams?
Listen, they broke history today.
They didn't play Boston. They didn't play Washington. Tampa. Any of those teams that they actually would have played in the East.
They won the Campbell Conference Trophy today. First time to ever for Montreal to win that, because that is the Western Conference Trophy. So that was a little bit of a history thing today too.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. But the Western Conference right now, I think, is stronger than the Eastern Conference when you look at all the teams. And they just beat a pretty damn good team, Dan. Like Vegas and Tampa, they're kind of there.
They've slain the dragon! The brilliant best of Luka Modric is just too good for Scotland. Mario Mandzukic pounced, and England are hurt. Touchdown Seahawks!
All right, another segment, another jersey. This is one of my faves. This was the I can't remember what year it was, but it was a good year. Anyways, now back to the beer. Again, Tail Out Brewing, Castlegar, BC. This is the Isolation Blues. The Isolation Blues beer. Look at the guy. That's me at work every day. That's pretty good picture there. So
That is pretty funny. Dan, do you have the right one? What do you got there? We can't see it.
Are we cracking it?
Yeah, but we can't see it.
Yeah, let's see the beer, Dan.
Cheers.
Let's see it.
We still can't see it. That's the wrong beer, Dan.
Because he drank it already.
God,
One job, Dan.
I think I screwed it up though. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It says mixed berry ale. That's pretty close.
I don't know where you got that.
Whoa, this beer is sour.
This could be the ones that I've been trying to, expand on my beer intake, and I may have bought these. I mixed up on the shelf.
Okay, we were pretty clear on our instructions on what to get, but good job.
Hey, Mike.
This one's not good, guys.
Mike, this is another strong beer. So
yeah, I know. I saw that. I read it. You want me to read it to you guys?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Mike, give us the down low on the beer.
Okay, I feel like I'm being put on the spot here with my reading abilities. Old desk, ratty chair, work computer, kids' toys, stacks of toilet paper, no pants, feeling a bit isolated. We feel you. Time to turn on some BB King and embrace the isolation blues, baby.
Boom.
Wow, Dan, you would have really enjoyed this one.
Let me have a taste.
Oh, I guess you already did.
He already has enjoyed it, man, without us.
That is
sour.
Sour.
Baby. Woohoo! Wow. Woohoo!
Yeah, it's one of those sour blueberries you'd get at 7-Eleven or whatever. It's good though.
You're the only one. You're the only
Thanks
one
again, Govik.
You're the only one that eats at 7-Eleven, Ty.
That's not true. Ask Dan about his candy shopping at 7-Eleven. I think that's where I've had this. He goes to those little. Do they still have those with COVID? By the way, Dan.
No, they're all pre-packed now in the.
See, I know you would know.
Plastic little cups.
But no, this is good. This is different, but I like it. Thanks, Govik.
Govik, when's your next trip? I'm very excited to.
Ooh,
he was just up in Kamloops. He didn't bring us nothing.
No, I did. We just have to get the beers. We're just not we can't drink them all in one episode, boys. Come on. I did go to Kamloops and I got a special treat. Dan, you're gonna like this one. It's the Juice Train from Iron Road Brewing. We're not going to talk about that tonight, though. But that is next. Well, next week we have a different beer, but we do have that coming up on the list. So, boys, well, let's get into our shot bet that we had from last week. Now, I believe that we all picked a golfer. And who won that bet, Ty? Who won the PGA? Who won, Ty?
Surprise, surprise. You got another favorite. You picked first. Congratulations. It was a great pick. It would have been mine as well. And John Rahm won the U.S. Open down at Torrey Pines.
Mr. Rahm. Okay, perfect. So, and we had a shot bet on that, right? Correct?
We did, yeah.
I believe that is correct.
Unfortunately.
Okay. So now.
So
no, hold on. So last episode I had like what, 5 shots? And
I think he had 4.
no, I had 5. I had 1, and then I had the 4. So
Okay, yeah, 5.
oh, so this beer's really
You're
sour.
right there.
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry about
Can
that.
we please edit that fucking burp out, man?
Oh,
You're gonna fucking
was
make
that-
our viewers puke.
Was that loud?
Yeah,
Holy
I felt
fuck.
that through my my
And if
Beats
they're
by
watching,
Dre,
you're,
man.
like sitting back too. It's like blah, like holy shit.
Oof, it was that sour. Ooh, from Castlegar. Okay, so that was Dan.
Oh, so you
So-
get my mic does work.
Sort of. Yeah. So okay, so boys, so you have your shots, you got to do them. So why don't you guys pour them? Did you pour them already?
They're ready to go, man. We're prepared.
Okay.
It doesn't take long for Ty to pour his poquitos.
All right, so do your
No, this
Paquito.
is
So
almost
let's
a
do
full
our
shot
shots,
here.
Chris. You break down the U.S. Open for us, okay?
I'm not doing that. You guys are gonna drink and then go break it down.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, it's so satisfying to see this. Dan, drink that thing, man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Shot time. Dirty shot time. Yeah.
You know what? I'm happy to drink that shot for John Rahm. We talked a lot last episode about the whole COVID positive case down at Jack Nicklaus's course, where he tested positive with a 6-shot lead. Had to obviously forfeit the tournament. Would have been a win. So Rahm cleared his protocols, I believe, the Monday before the U.S. Open. It started last Thursday, obviously. And he hung around all weekend. He didn't do anything crazy, but he didn't shoot himself out of it. And he found himself atop the leaderboard on late in the round, actually, on Sunday. He sunk 2 insane putts on 17 and 18. And that posted a score. It held up. He had a lot of competition on Sunday, though. How about that leaderboard, Mike?
Yeah, it was pretty exciting to see some big names in there, and I saw the names like switching all the time. I had Roy McIlroy on top, you had DeChambeau on top, you had Oosthuizen on top, and you had Rahm on top, and it was almost like it was going to be like who wanted it the most, who's going to come out there and get it. And I felt like no one really did. You kind of talked to me afterwards and said, well, you think that Rahm did because he saw those 2 big putts he sunk on 17 and 18.
100%.
Which when I went back and watched it again, I agree with you. Yeah, for sure. He did. He got it right there. I also thought that on the 9th hole when he had that wild drive left and it was out of bounds. I thought it was out of bounds, but the rules official said he got free relief.
Big
And
break.
that was a huge break right there because that would have been a 1-stroke penalty. That wouldn't mean that he won that tournament. He would have been tied and we would have been seeing a playoff. But yeah, I'm super happy for him, especially after what happened the week before or it was 2 weeks before at the Memorial Tournament.
Yeah.
Having that huge lead. And another big notable about John Rahm this week is he is taking over Dustin Johnson for the world #1 in the world rankings, which is huge. So you don't really get. I think he might be the first. Well, I don't know if it shows other. He might be the first Spanish golfer to be ranked #1 in the world.
How about Sevi Ballesteros?
That was a long time ago. Sevi,
I know.
He won 2 majors, right?
What about Sergio?
I don't think Sergio's.
No,
he was
Sergio
always shadowed by Tiger.
He was in the Tiger era.
Oh yeah.
He got fairly close. He was top 5 at a certain point.
Yeah.
But you could be right, Mike. That
I
one
could
is
be wrong too. I'll also say that. Right. But I think it was some pretty big news. I saw going over social media and stuff, and they're hyping it pretty big. So I'm thinking that he might be the first Spaniard to be world number 1. But I think he's deserving of it after his performance at the Memorial, and then coming back after COVID,
after isolation,
and
COVID, everything.
Winning a major tournament like the U.S. Open. Yeah.
And what a cool story. Like you talked about how you like that tournament on Father's Day. He's a new father.
Yeah.
He had his wife and baby out there.
Yeah.
Really cool scenes. Awesome television. Obviously, everyone loves to see that.
Yeah.
But he played unreal. There's one tee shot. So we were talking about some of the leaders. There was a tee shot. I believe it was on 16. And we played that course. There's the big canyon on the left-hand side. So when John Rahm, because he was a few groups ahead of Oosthuizen, he knew that canyon was trouble, like you and I did. So he aimed way right. Something we would have done. Smart move, right?
Yeah.
I think that was the smartest shot of the tournament. He hit it over to where the crowd, the galleries were, where it was all stomped down. The rough wasn't too bad, and he just made his par. And then here comes Louis. He had the lead at that point, or tied for the lead before Rahm finished birdie. He put it into the ravine. He aimed right down the middle. Like it's a super small fairway. He could have done the same thing as John Rahm. He felt the pressure. He was one good swing away from forcing a playoff, in my opinion, and maybe winning the tournament. He had one bad swing the whole week that cost him the tournament, especially on Sunday.
Yeah, even with Rahm posting the -6, which won the tournament, he wasn't, and he finished a lot earlier than Louis Yu and
exactly
the other guys, and I still didn't feel that Rahm had it in the bag, until then, until when I saw him.
Yeah, especially because the 18th hole, right? We've seen some crazy things over the years there. It's a reachable
2008. Right?
It's a reachable par 5. Louis actually eagled it on the Saturday.
It's the
to give himself the lead
on that course was
100%.
18.
Yeah.
So they're even saying that too, like, oh, here we come now. Now they thought that there was going to be a playoff too, the commentators.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I will say though, I personally did not watch the round. I was busy, Father's Day, and I was out. But just watching the highlights, yeah, it was a good, feel-good story for Rahm, but it was definitely not as exciting as Phil Mickelson. Did he really do that much to win, or did Louis and all the guys behind him not do enough to catch up? Like, Louis had three holes left, and he was only one stroke behind. And he had a couple of, I guess, you were saying on the 18th or whatever, the 17th.
16th, yeah.
16th, where he hit in the ravine.
That's the thing. There's no easy holes at a U.S. Open course.
No, for sure. Yeah, but it's not taking it again. Not
and
taking
you got to
anything
go out
away
there and you
from
got to
Rob.
post a score. Same thing. Remember when the Englishman there won the Masters? He posted a crazy score on Sunday. What was his name? Hamlet? Not the hell's his name? I can't remember his name either.
I can't remember, but no, I know what you mean. That's what you got to do. Like a lot of these tournaments. I know what you're saying, but I watched. Yeah, at the Masters.
Yes, the Masters. He went out there and posted a ridiculous score.
And then Spieth melted down.
No one could. Yeah,
Done.
no one could. Exactly.
Yeah.
But the two finishing holes. So he hit a good shot on 17. Gave himself probably 30 feet for birdie, and it was a big breaking putt. Beautiful putt. Trained it.
I did see that one. I did see that one in the highlights.
Yeah. So 18. He was actually on the fairway and he was going for the green, obviously, in 2. He wanted an eagle, try to post a better score. He actually missed it right, short-sided himself in the bunker, and he had this really difficult shot going down a hill with water behind. It would be our nightmares on the golf course, okay, especially with these fast greens. So at the time, I see him, he played it way out right, away from the flag. He was playing it safe. And I was talking to myself, like, what's this guy doing? Like, he needs a guaranteed birdie if he wants to win this tournament. But he took his medicine, which a lot of the times we don't do on the golf course. He played it out to the right in the safe spot, and then he drained another beautiful putt. So, I mean, he did the things.
Pump was very Tiger-esque.
Way more intense, though, hey?
Way after that.
That was a Rombo fist pump.
That was, I love seeing that. That brought some spark back to golf. I love seeing
100%.
these younger guys win it too. They have that. They have that.
One other cool thing with Rahm at Torrey Pines is he got his first ever tournament win there. Okay. He proposed to his wife there, and he got his first major there. So him and that course have
this weekend.
No, a few years ago. But
years
all these
ago,
things
okay.
happen. Well, that's what I was saying.
Gorgeous, right? We've been there, and you're up on those cliffs.
That's what I mean. Yes. So those three things, and he was odds-on favorite for a reason. He knows the course. Like I said, that surprising bunker shot on 18, which I was calling him out for it, and like I was sitting here watching, like, what are you doing, man? Go with the flag. You need to tap in birdie, and he knew what he was doing clearly.
Yeah.
Shut me up real quick and drained the putt, won the tournament. It was awesome.
Yeah, there were some big names on that last day. I mean, we had DeChambeau, you had Koepka coming in there. I mean, he was lurking,
Yeah.
McIlroy, yeah, man.
Yeah, you speak of DeChambeau, that was a big surprising one to me. That
He's at top of the
collapse.
leaderboard a few times. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he being the defending champ, you figured that he was gonna light it up.
He had a triple and a quad on the back nine.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with the way he plays, but I mean, he
also
won
had-
majors, so what can I say?
He also had the black cloud on his shoulders.
That's
What's
right.
You?
Because I picked him.
Oh,
That's
that
right.
makes sense
That's
now.
right.
That obviously.
You get and you get that little tease, hey Dan, where you're like, ooh, top of the leaderboard on 9. And then the universe does its thing. He hears like, oh, Dan Fernandez, God, bet on me.
The golf
Shank.
gods realize.
But yeah, so that was the third major of the year. We have the Open Championship coming up in 3-4 weeks. I think it's in July.
August. Isn't it July? I thought it's August. You could be right. I don't know.
That black cloud is almost as bad as Mike with the Canucks.
Yeah. I don't know, buddy. You're from Vancouver and Edmonton.
But yeah, great tournament. I was happy for Rahm. And yeah.
All right, it's time. Another segment, another shirt. This one is one of my faves. Bought it at Tulalip. Oh yeah, it was on clearance. Time for the Dirty Talk with Dirty Dan.
Dirty time.
What's going on, guys? We had a little break last week on the Dirty Talk. I gave, everyone to get an extra week to get a little more dirty. And there's been a lot of dirty things happening in the sports world. Let's get right at it. Woodley, UFC, we've been hearing a lot of call-outs. Jake Paul, there's a big fight coming up soon. Woodley fighting Jake Paul, one of the YouTube sensations. Anderson Silva has retired from the UFC, but went to boxing. I never even knew he was an actual boxer. He actually beat a legit fighter. And, we had a little chat a few weeks ago about, Logan Paul, YouTube sensation, calling out Dana White. UFC fighters are now like, oh, wow, look at this money that is being paid for, boxing fighters and UFC fighters crossing into the boxing ring. Rashad Evans, Sugar Evans, coming out of retirement, and he plans on calling out Logan Paul, calling out Roy Jones Jr. for boxing fights. Seems like Dana White was right. He said, if you want to be making that big money, become a brand, become a YouTube sensation. It looks like all these old guys are starting to come out of the woodworks, and they want that paper. They want that money. Ba, 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 ba. Back to my favorite time of the year. NFL season is starting to warm up. Pre-workouts, mini camps. We're going to be coming soon to training camp, but there's never a dull moment when it comes to off-field situations. Vince Wilfork, robbed by his own son, sold his Super Bowl rings. He is charging his own son. Criminal charges. Frank Clark, firearms possession, got arrested. Vikings 6th-round draft in the 2021 draft. Defensive tackle shot 4 times. And Cole Beasley, the COVIDiot, anti-vaxxer, doesn't want to get vaccinated. But let us all get a little bit excited. Deshaun Watson is back, baby. Not back on the field, but back in the news. And it sounds like, don't quote me, word on the street, he ain't playing till 2023. 2 years. 2 years. Do not pick him in fantasy. He is going to court. Sounds like he's got a court date. That this whole trial, this ain't Antonio Brown shit. This ain't Ben Roethlisberger. Like, this is the real deal. His defense team is wanting to go to court. They are going to have a full-on trial. Trial date is set for after the Super Bowl 2022. Oh, baby. Commissioner Roger, what are you going to do? Houston, what are you going to do? Oh, boy. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, for the Dirty Talk. I hope you missed me. I missed you. We are back. It is hot in Vancouver, and let's get dirty.
Dirty time. Ooh, we missed you, buddy.
That was awesome, Dan. I missed you too, man. Brought some fire back in here. Shit.
Bada bing, bada boom,
Ty-
First off, Rashad's a fucking liar.
Ty,
Don't believe a word he says.
Expand on that story, Ty. Mike, you and I, we were in Vegas with Ty. Explain the story. It's a really good story.
Yeah, Rashad Evans was supposed to fight Shogun Hua for the right.
Yeah, that was way back.
Right. Yeah, that's a good memory.
John Jones beat him.
And the fight kept getting postponed and getting postponed. And so we were at some nightclub at the Wynn, I think it was, at Encore maybe.
Yep. Fuck, you got a good memory, man. I'm glad you're explaining the story because
Ty. When Ty drinks, he thinks he's invincible. He thinks he's 10 feet tall. It was Rashad Evans there, literally, I'm not even kidding, with like 12 women around him. Ty walks right into the middle of them and he starts tapping Rashad Evans on the shoulders, like, "Yo, shot." The guy's like, "What?" He's like, "Yo, shot."
He was just a little guy, by the way.
"You gonna beat Shogun?" He's like, "Yeah, man." And Ty's like, "Right, pound it," and pounds it, and he like walks away. I'm like, "Dude, you're nuts, man. You're like you didn't pound your head in."
Yeah, you know what though? we went. Remember my stag when we went.
Hold on, he's gonna finish the story, man. This is to get into the better part.
Yeah.
Why he's a liar.
Mike, I don't know if you remember.
Mike, continue.
So that was Friday night. Saturday was the actual UFC. Shogun was fighting John Jones. Got his ass beat, handled left and right. This was when John Jones wasn't a degenerate. And beats Shogun. Dana White gets into the ring and is like, John Jones, just so you know, awesome fight. Rashad Evans has pulled out injured in his next fight with Shogun. We are giving you a title fight.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, so Ty was pissed.
Fucking
Ty's
liar.
Like, what? He didn't look very injured last night.
No.
100%. Maybe he got hurt that night with the 12 girls.
Yeah, exactly.
That is more believable. That's more believable.
Exactly. So from the things you said there, Dan, about the Logan Paul thing, first of all, I don't want to support this Logan Paul crapola that's going on with in the fighting world. But of the fights or possible fights that you've mentioned that people are calling people out, is I want to see Anderson Silva fight Logan Paul, because Anderson Silva is a precision fighter. He can put his paws on that guy and hit him. You got who else you say? Tyron Woodley is a wrestler, and
he's fighting his brother Jake Paul already, coming up soon. I think maybe even this weekend or the weekend after.
Who's fighting his brother Jake?
Oh, it's in August. Woodley's fighting Jake Paul.
Okay, so yeah, I don't find that's just the same thing as Ben Askren.
It's going to be a wash. Yeah,
and then
I think Woodley will beat his ass though.
Rashad Evans also a wrestler. Yeah, and he does have some knockout power. But I think he got lucky with that punch he landed on against Liddell.
buddy.
You know?
Rashad Evans. When we went to that UFC in Vegas for my stag, Lyoto Machida, do you remember that, Mike? He knocked Rashad Evans the fuck out. All I remember was Rashad Evans' head going like this.
And his leg caught behind him, like flipping around.
Yeah.
That was a good fight. I was pretty happy. I was wearing this jersey actually.
I don't know if I mentioned this on the show before, but I've definitely talked about this before. But that stag, now these fights you're talking about, I remember Nick telling me, he's like, Mike, it's more exciting if you bet a lot of money on the fight.
I remember that.
You're really into the fight, right? So I'm not even kidding, $500 on Rashad Evans on that fight and $500 on the co-main event. Can't remember who it was.
It was
Matt Serra. You put the Italian style.
Okay, Matt Serra. $500. And I lost both of them. And I was like, I couldn't even talk to him. And I was so mad. I'm like, yo, Nick, your theory is bullshit because it is not exciting at all.
It's not fucking fun.
This is not fun to me.
So remember, know your limit, play within it. $500 a fight for me is way too much for me. I tried it once and I'm still trying to work that one.
That was Matt Serra versus Matt Hughes.
That was long before.
And I took Matt.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Took Matt Serra.
But I think you took Matt Serra not
Serra.
long after he beat GSP. So it was like there was some
Oh my god,
something behind that.
I put $500 on that. What an idiot! Why don't you guys say something to me?
That was before you had kids, Mike.
We must have been drinking.
I was actually, I think I was single at the time too, because it was Govik saying no, I was not single at the time.
I had a Red Bull. I had to carry it like this. It was a Red Bull vodka. You remember that? Oh man.
Yeah. There's some big things. Yeah, we were drinking quite a bit on that one, but yeah, no. Anyways, from those fights, I would like to see Anderson Silva is probably the best striker of all those guys there. And I don't think Logan Paul would have a chance against him. That's my personal opinion.
No, and he looked really good. I just saw the highlights of his fight this past weekend. He looked good, Silva. Yeah, I was impressed.
That'd be more of a fight, you know what I mean, than a boxing match, even though it's not a MMA fight. But yeah, I can see it going either way too, because Anderson Silva's been knocked out a few times. He's get hit a couple times.
All right, that was episode 20 of the West Coast Sports Junkies. For any West Coast Sports Junkie information, please go to www.westcoastsportsjunkies.ca. Look out for us. We're doing a giveaway. Next couple of episodes, we will have the final details. Stay tuned. It's going to be a big one. Thank you for tuning in this evening. It's been a fun show tonight. Lots of Euro hockey and dirty time. We thoroughly enjoyed your participation. Thank you very much. For the West Coast Sports Junkies, this is Chris signing off. Have a great evening.
Goodbye.